Honourable members, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, honorable members. Let's begin this session with prayers led by the clerk.
Almighty God, we are here gathered together, do most humbly beseech thee to guide us in all our consultations, so that we may together build a land where knowledge is free, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, and where words come from the depth of truth. Grant us, O God, thy hidden guidance, so that we may deal justly with the several causes that come before us, laying aside all private interest, prejudices, and personal preferences, so that the result of our counsels may be to the glory of thy blessed name, the maintenance of true religion, the preservation of justice, the safety, honor, and happiness of the President, and the peace and prosperity of Guyana. Grant us, O God, the vision so to lead that all the people of this fair land may enter that state of brotherhood and unity, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action.
Thank you, members. Please be seated. Honorable members, just before we go into committee, I heard a comment as somebody giggled, but actually the headwear is what our African brothers and sisters will call an igwe. And it's placed on the head of people who are honored, just like our cacique. Just like our cacique. And we're entering into a very sacred period in Guyana, as all of our ethnic groups and religions are going into periods of fasting and prayers, extra acts of worship. Right now, I think, Vindi, Dr. Prasad, we are in fasting period for Mahashivratri on Sunday. Yes. And we are looking for the moon, the Muslim community, from Tuesday, Wednesday, to start the holy month of Ramadan, and then our Christian community, Catholics, will go into their 40 days of fasting. I think it's from Ash Wednesday, right? Coming up. And then we also have some celebrations. Mashramani will shortly be upon us. Pagwa, just after Mashramani. So it's going to be lots of celebrations and Thanksgiving. I thank the PNC for being here and serving the people regardless of what that serves. I'm serious. But, you know, as I was coming here, someone made mention of, oh, you're just coming from Masjid? I said, yeah. But the first Muslims actually came from Africa, the Fulani tribe. I got this lesson from the Honorable Frank Anthony, because I didn't know where Fulaman came from. Then he had, and the actual hat I got from a member of the Fulani tribe when we were in Africa a couple of years ago. So we have a rich history, and we ought to celebrate it. And more particularly, while Ganesh may talk about the 71 years of history of the People's National Congress, we have to celebrate all of our periods of governance. Personally, my dad was a member of the union led by Forbes Burnham on the waterfront. And people like Regional Chairman Belgrave's dad, Ashton Chase, Samuel Walker, or all the Critchlow, or all the associates. So we have a lot to celebrate, and the children of people who have given their lives for Guyana are in this parliament today. So we have a great legacy. And our anthem for me said it. You know, ours is the glory their eyes did not see. How you tell Najir Ahmad, my dad, that his son would be speaker. You tell Dr. Prasad that she would carry on a great legacy of her dad, the struggles of him and the Mahasabha, right? And her dad, my mom cooked at his first wedding, lived in Alboystown in the same yard I was born when he went to school. So while we may make fun of each other and laugh and people are ridiculing what's happening in Parliament, of course we're not in Mandir Cathedral or Masjid here, you know, and you have to allow for some amount of militancy. We are here leading a nation, and we do serious work on every single one of us. Here are making enormous contributions towards our people and their children. And I really thank everyone for it. Honorable members, let us resume in committee. And let us invite the Honorable Minister of Health and his team.
Mr. Chair?
Honorable Member Ms. Han.
Never mind, never mind.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I was going to inquire if we had any savings left over from yesterday.
Any?
Savings left over from last night.
I'll just check. I know I made some notes.
Thank
but
you.
I keep my notes and I have my... When we do that? Before we go into... All right, members, let's go back into assembly. We have to take care of some business. No, we can, with the permission of the assembly, we can have them there. Dr. Carpin, you want to join? Mr. Clerk.
Presentation of papers and reports, etc.
Honourable members, I hereby present the minutes of the proceedings of the first meeting of the Committee of Selection held on Tuesday, the 2nd of February 2026, and this was circulated, but I have to formally present it. Thank you very much, Mr. Clerk. Honorable members, we will resume into committee to consider the remaining heads of the estimates, starting with the Honorable Mr. Shearer. You wanted to say something?
Just looking for the supplementary order paper. I didn't see it on my desk, so that's why I was looking for it.
Okay.
I don't know if it's been circulated, but I don't have it.
We will ensure that before we finish these estimates, all of the necessary documents on the supplementary order paper and that are once again recirculated. So, honorable members, let us start. We're starting at 2:47. That's a very significant time, because I think last night we may have ended just about the same, or not last night, this morning, about the same time. I think Mr. Maipaul Martin was 36 hours of running or something like that, or miles. Honorable members, let us turn to pages 258 and 259. And I propose the question that the sum stated for agency 47, program 471, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Honorable members, Honorable Member, Ms. Sarabo Hali.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, on the 6284, there is an almost doubling from $1 billion to $2 billion for this line item. Can the Honorable Minister state what this increase is for?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Member, for this question. This line item, we use this to purchase a number of services. So, for example, we have in April, we have CARFA would be coming to Guyana to hold their 70th research conference. And Guyana is hosting that conference, so we have a sum allocated here to ensure that we have the successful hosting of that conference. We also have, under this line item, we have several partnerships that we've been working with. For example, we have been working with Mount Sinai, and they have been working with our local doctors to ensure that we can improve the quality of health care that we are providing across the country. We also have another consultancy where we're working with Ernst & Young, and that is to ensure that the MMU, that we have a modernized materials management unit that is fully computerized. We also have been working with Northwell, and we have some money allocated there for consultancies with Northwell. Also, the ministry has been using a number of electronic platforms, and we have allocated a sum of money there to ensure that we maintain the license and so forth for those electronic platforms.
Thank you very much, Minister. Honorable Member.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Ms. Hali, follow up.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, the Honorable Member Minister spoke to a partnership with Mount Sinai. Can the Honorable Minister state if it's a contract they have with them? I know what's the length of the contract and the total cost that you pay to Mount Sinai?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Honorable Member. For this year, we would be paying them $891,000 US, approximately.
Thank you.
891 million Guyana dollars.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Follow-up, can I also ask the Minister to state if there's a length or the time period for when this partnership would end and what kind of partnership it is?
Honorable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, this partnership would go until 2030, and it's a partnership where we have the HES cooperation, has also contributed to this. So Guyana is paying a small part of the fees that we have with this partnership. So the bulk of the financing is coming from HES. And through this partnership, we have a number of things that we're doing. So one component dealing with primary health care, we are looking at screening. So through that program already, we would have screened close to 80,000 children across the country, including nursery, primary, and secondary school. We have a component that deals with the Georgetown Hospital to improve the quality of care that we're offering there. So you would have noticed if you visited the hospital in recent times that some of the processes that they have, we have increased the productivity in how we are doing things. They're also helping us to oversee the implementation of the electronic health records at the Georgetown Public Hospital. So they've been giving us technical oversight in that area. They have also been consulting with us to help us prepare for the development of an oncology center here in Guyana. And later in the budget, you would have noticed that we have the development of a neurological center or a stroke care center. And they have done the background work in preparing for that development. We have also, in terms of lifting the quality of care, we have developed a number of clinical guidelines in diabetes, for example, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, and so we do all of this in partnership with Mount Sinai.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to go on to
ahead.
a different line item.
But
Right.
I have Dr. Barker,
Okay.
Dr. Campbell. So let's take the honorable member. Was it Dr. Barker?
I think I may have gone
Petitioner
first.
Honorable Pandey.
Thank you, Mrs. Speaker. Line item 6116. For the records, would the minister be kind to outline these contracted employees and perhaps what they're assigned to?
Honorable Minister.
Can you repeat your question?
Yes. From 2025 to 2026, under contracted employees, it is increased to 50 persons. The question is that what are these people engaged in or will be engaged in terms of designation?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. Indeed, we have a change of 50 persons in that category. And among the persons that we have employed here would be accounts clerk 2, there are 2 of them, 4 systems support officers, 1 technical officer, 1 storekeeper, 1 administrative officer, 1 supply chain officer, 2 facilities managers, 2 operations managers, 1 quality assurance officer, 3 clerk 2, 1 clerk 3, 2 data entry clerk, 1 engineer, 2 senior electrical engineer, 1 senior personnel officer, and the list continues.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Campbell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I said the duty of the opposition is to oppose. Well, I won't start off opposing. I want to congratulate the minister on the partnership with Mount Sinai, and particularly in relation to oncology. And I hope that there is something there in terms of prostate cancer, having been treated at Mount Sinai for prostate cancer successfully so far. Now, so much for friendliness. Could the minister, going back to line item 6284, disaggregate, you gave us 891 million Guyana dollars for Mount Sinai. Can you share with us the numbers for CARFA, Ernst & Young, Northwell, and the electronic platforms, please?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Honorable Member, for recognizing the work that we are doing in oncology. You know, 3 years ago, we didn't have a program where people could be routinely screened. So we have put that in place, so now men can go and get the PSAs done. You can also, apart from getting your PSAs, if it's elevated, you can now go and get a biopsy done. And over the last year, we did close to 600 biopsies, and about 400 or so were positive. So those men were able to come into care earlier. So it's going to make a difference, because right now prostate cancer is the #1 cancer among men in Guyana. So if we catch it early, we'll be able to treat people and prevent them from dying from prostate cancer. And that's the objective of the ministry. Also, we have a strong program now in terms of cervical cancer. And with cervical cancer, we're doing both the HPV vaccine. We have switched from a quadrivalent vaccine to a 9-valent vaccine, which is the best right now on the market, because it targets 9 different strains of HPV that would cause cancer. And just for context, I think if you have to get that vaccine in the US, it would cost you about $360 US. You're getting it here in Guyana for free. So I want to encourage every person who got a child between 9 and 15 to ensure that they get them vaccinated. And we want both boys and girls, because in boys, there are certain cancers like penile and rectal cancer that you can get, and this vaccine can prevent that. And we've also seen in other countries oral cancer that can be prevented by